And that's my challenge in teaching you mindfulness this weekend, some of you more than others, because we want to intellectualize it, we want to make sense of it, we want to understand it, we want to decode it, we want to put a mental framework around it, we want to turn it into a theory or a belief or an understanding or just more mental noise. And that is most certainly what mindfulness is not. I had a lady on one of my 6-week courses recently turn up with a notebook. She sat right in the front, all ready to go. And I said to her, find a blank page in the notebook. And she went to got a blank page. I said, no, really just look at the page. Just really look at the page. And when your mind is as blank as that page, you understand mindfulness. But any scribble you put on that page is coming between you and that space of awareness. So that's kind of my challenge, isn't it? I can't teach you mindfulness in the same way that you might learn something at school, at university, not something you can get from a book. I'm not saying books and courses and universities aren't helpful, but they at best point you to a state of mindfulness. A state of mindfulness that you're already holding, so you can discard all of that. Mindfulness isn't a thought, it's not a belief, it is a state of being that arises when you're not doing any of that nonsense. And that's going to be a real challenge for a lot of you because we want to decode and make sense of that. Can anybody tell me what else mindfulness is? Anybody got an idea or a description of mindfulness or a definition?
I think of emptiness.
Emptiness. That's a pretty good definition of mindfulness. It's a strange word, isn't it, mindfulness? Because actually it is the opposite, really, isn't it? It's mind emptiness. I think that's a better way of, better description. What else is mindfulness?
Being present.
Being present. Being present. Living on the knife edge of now. And that's an interesting experiment, if you'd like. What else is mindfulness?
Being still.
Being still. Yes, still inside. You could be active, couldn't you, being mindful? You could be running and being mindful, but it's running with a stillness, with an anchor to a part, a depth of ourselves that is eternally still. What else is mindfulness? Awake. If you think meditation is about falling asleep or floating off into some beautiful dream world, then I'm very, very sorry to disappoint you. Because mindfulness and meditation ultimately is the opposite to that. It's about waking up. In fact, I would argue very strongly that if you're not mindful, you are asleep. Because you're not experiencing the world as it is, but you're experiencing the world through the dialogue in your head, through the concepts, through the beliefs, through the miserable story, through the worries, through the problems, through your prejudices, through your judgments, through your past experiences, and that is not reality. That is a world that only exists between your two ears, that nobody else shares. They've all got their own dream or nightmare. So mindfulness is not about falling asleep, it's about waking up from the dream, waking up to this. Have a little look out there. Properly look out there. Look out there without your judgments, without your look without words. And now you're awake. How can you grasp that with your mind? Can anybody describe that vision in front of you there mentally with words? Could you give me that experience of words?
Freedom.
That's a lovely word, but it's not the experience.
Why is it not?
It's a word. It points to an experience.
Everything out there is free.
Everything out there free, but it's your state of being that allows you to experience that. And when we put words in the way, even a word like freedom, although it may be a lovely expression of what you're seeing out there, it's not what you're seeing. I'm seeing a million colours there. Could I describe them all? Could I take that tree? Even if I was a poet laureate, I could not give you that experience in words. The taste of the fruit is not the same as the description of the taste of the fruit. The words are one thing, the experience is something else, and when we're lost in the words, we can't experience the experience. We're experiencing the world through our problems, through our worries, through our story, through our concepts, through our beliefs, through our indoctrination. And that's a dream, a false consciousness. So mindfulness is about waking up. It's about seeing things absolutely as they are, in their full horror and their full glory, without your judgments and your perceptions and your mental story and your conditioning. Well, what else is mindfulness? Is there anything else?
Are you
Curious. It is an exploration, isn't it? It's essentially about curiosity, isn't it? It's a curiosity in the world and experience the world around you, but it's also an inner curiosity. It's becoming mindful of our inner workings, seeing our thoughts, observing our emotions, and becoming conscious of our pre-programmed patterns of behaviour, our automatic responses, our indoctrination. Yeah, becoming curious. What else is mindfulness?
about appreciation?
Appreciation. It is, isn't it? Appreciation. And appreciation is not the same as about changing your mind about something. It's not about when it starts to rain saying, oh, I now like rain and I didn't like rain. It's about suspending your judgment of rain. Appreciating it for what it is. We're going to play with appreciation a bit later.
It's like being a baby who has no preconceptions of
Preconception.
anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you're not coloured by
No.
what people have taught you.
Mm.
It's there.
It's just there. And that opens you up to all of the possibilities that are here that are not part of your preconception. Isn't that
You
one?
don't know how to think.
You don't. Absolutely. What else is mindfulness?
Kindness.
Kindness to yourself. It is. And that's not beating yourself up for not being kind, or criticising yourself for not being kind enough. Yeah. Kindness. I'd suggest actually yourself is kindness. And it's a self-acceptance, ultimately. What else is mindfulness?
I thought it was going to be being able to concentrate on one thing at a time
Yeah.
without all the noise.
Absolutely.
But
That's
Is
mindfulness.
that it?
Yeah. Concentrating what? Well, actually, I think you'll find you're doing it now. So you haven't got to wait. It's concentrating on this present moment and what's really happening. What else is mindfulness? Feeling. Physically feeling, yeah. Fully experiencing. It's living your body through all your experiences, through your senses, coming alive, touching it, tasting it, feeling it. So life becomes a sensual experience rather than a problem we've got to solve, or an issue we've got to get on top of. Is mindfulness anything else?
Non-judgment.
Non-judging, non-judging, non-judging. And that's not judging yourself for judging. It's becoming conscious of your judgments, conscious of your beliefs, conscious of... I'll go further saying non-judging, I'll say it's non-words. It's experience the world without words. You can use words, but they're a filter between you and the experience. Who said awareness? It's awareness. Oh yeah. Awareness. Awareness. Awareness, mindfulness, is a state of being. It's a shift in consciousness. The experience of the world in a profoundly different way. We're doing it, if you were to ask a neurologist, that's we're using a different part of our brain altogether. This is the right hemisphere we're using, a part of our brain that we hardly ever use at all. We're opening up new neurological connections. We are becoming smarter. And this new intelligence is not thought-based, it's not analytical, it is not based upon what has been before, it is fresh and new. It is coming from an entirely different place. And this intelligence we call awareness. And this awareness is only available to you when you're not giving all of your attention to unnecessary thought. So you can't grasp this. If you understand mindfulness, you don't. Now, if you leave this weekend understanding mindfulness, you've missed the point, and I have failed. Because it's not something you could do a PhD on mindfulness, but it's not mindfulness. Nobody's doing a PhD on mindfulness, are they? Somebody was at one of these, I'm really desperately upset.